Well, we're talking about Port Fourchon this morning and the importance of it to the oil industry. It's a huge part of the economy of Lafourche Parish and a huge part of the economy of the state of Louisiana. About 95% of all the Gulf of Mexico deepwater activities flows through Port Fourchon. And this morning, Leslie is showing us the port's holistic approach to try and work with the oil industry and what President Biden wants to do to change the oil industry.
We are in Lafourche Parish at Port Fourchon. I'm with the Executive Director, Chet Chasson. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And all expansion and development here at the port is done with environment in mind, and we're actually standing right here in front of an example, so tell us more about that.
So our whole mindset is about holistic resiliency. And in everything we do in terms of trying to attract new business and build up the port, we think about our environment and how they can work beneficially together. Just behind us here is our what we're creating is a coastal wetlands park. And as the start of that, all of that land, all of that marsh landscape that you see there is about 98 acres, and we created that out of open water with beneficial use of dredge material of the development of Slip D. So we utilize that material, rebuilt this marsh, and we're going to allow people to come in and see what mitigation looks like.
Nice. You're an example for that. If you come to the port by land, of course, you got to go over LA1.
That's right.
And we know if there's any bad weather, a lot of times that gets shut down pretty quick. And we know how vital Port Fourchon is for the United States economy, not just Louisiana. So you can't afford that. So right now you're in the process of elevating it. So tell us a little bit more about that, where you are in that process and everything that goes into it.
So fortunately we have half of an elevated highway already that we're utilizing, but that other half, that critical piece, is still out there and still not elevated. So we're very fortunate and very proud to say that we've worked with Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development. We have federal, state, local, and private dollars in place to fund that over $400 million project now. And that's going to really fix that critical piece, that area that gets overtopped with water for every storm system. And we saw what happened last year. We want to prevent that. It will be about a 6-year construction time. Okay. DOTD will open bids on that project in October, and we should see work actually happening, construction actually happening in the beginning of 2022.
And that'll be huge for the port, but also for people who live here as well.
Absolutely. It's critically important as we move forward to attract new business, to create more jobs, and to have a really nice, resilient access to Port Fourchon because of all that it means to the economy.
Now the port has, I don't know, so many different tenants. How has the pandemic affected everything?
So it really had an effect on the world economy.
Sure. On
the demand for energy. So that really impacted our customers, being we service the energy industry. So as we move through it since early 2020, it's been a struggle for a lot of our customers, but we're working our way back. We had an impact to the port's bottom line, just as all of our customers and the energy industry did. So we're working our way back. We're very fortunate that we didn't have a large amount of illness amongst our port tenants, amongst our port employees themselves. There were impacts, but we were able to do the things necessary to protect ourselves and to protect the community.
Good. All right, well, President Biden, one of his huge platforms was clean energy. And we've already seen impacts in the oil and gas industry in Louisiana since he took office. He signed an executive order on some of the leases immediately when he took office. What would be your message as the executive director right here of Port Fourchon to President Biden?
First, I would say that Louisiana is about energy, no matter what type of energy it is.
Okay.
We understand that there's a move towards more renewable resources, wind energy, solar, and we want to be a part of that. However, it has to be smart, it has to be calculated. We cannot build a windmill or a solar panel without petroleum products. We need to be real about that and work together to have a really good base, a good platform, a good balanced energy portfolio.
So you guys absolutely want to be a part of it and would be a huge part of it.
Yes.
You just think it can't happen overnight. It's got to be step by step.
That is correct. It has to be step by step. It has to be realistic. And quite honestly, the technology that exists here to service the offshore oil and gas industry can also service the offshore wind industry.
All right. Chet Chasson, thank you very much.
Thank you.